all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us? No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No. Smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all you got.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cook running right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Dorsett, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run. It's Dorsett. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Show it up. Show it up. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Good job right there.
Now it's Dorsett. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense, and you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Right, 54. Watch the screen.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
70, Indy.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
54. 3 bucks.
Hit it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
I got you. 14.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Still going. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'll go special.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, set. Wide, 80. Check. No. Got one.
First throw now for the backup Brady. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait. And move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Squeeze, double.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they try the right side here. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Seahawks 15-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check safety. 25, check. Let's go.
And a give this time to the tailback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Ready. 50, plant. 61, matchbox, lights. Hey, Charlie. 51. Lee Griffin.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down and 1.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, high 7. Go.
51's the mic. Heavy on the edges, heavy on.
80 weapon. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check, 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 check.
Running right, it's Dorsett. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
You can't block me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the give, this is Dorsett. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A run right side, it's Bettis. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Down. 8, read.
I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, wahoo. Now.
They'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Shift.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gone.
This is Morris. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
Take that. 29. Alpha. Regular. Mike, check. 59.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Ready, break.
51. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
Rock it. Fair.
Switch.
Ready.
Now it's Henry. And fighting down inside the 25. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Shift. Check 24.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Come on, set. 50, plant. 54. Look at me. Go. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Derrick Henry. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So 1st and goal, 6 points here will go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 84 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means...
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They run with Morris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they give this time to the tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Watch the run.
Right back to him on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, 66.
Back to throw, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Let's get it.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A four-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Sugar! Check. Shadow! Alpha!
First throw of overtime for Brady. Being chased out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the run to begin the season is...
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got your own.